there are some issues that were not clarified, or we didn't go through the document. You know, there are two issues here. One was the BBI 1, which we handed over last year. It was acclaimed by the entire participants, or those people who attended, and said this is a good document. And when we went back for validation, instead of going back to the people in the traditional way, the way we had done before, it took a different twist altogether, in that it became a kind of a rally. And that rally took a political angle. And in those political rallies, there were meetings prior to the meeting. And issues that were raised, which were mainly political, were written and submitted to us as a BBI. They went to Kisii, Kakamega, and the final destination was Nakuru. But Corona struck just before, and so Nakuru was called off. And from March, the BBI did not meet. But we have a kind of a confirmed assumption that the experts continued going through documents, through reports of validation, and we had 1 or 2 meetings in September saying how far the committee of experts had gone. And we expected to have a fully fledged discussion and comparison and reviewing and perhaps even correcting. But everything went quiet until we were called on, I think it was just before Mashujaa Day, a Friday before. And in that meeting, we were told the document has been prepared, no change other than maybe language, but the gist of the matter was not changed. And so we had discussed things to do with devolution, or why ethnic animosity, mambo ya conflict during election, responsibility and rights, and many other things, including ethos. And because it was Friday, we did not have time to discuss anything other than to be told the document needs to be presented to the 2 principals on Mashujaa Day. Well, and because of the persuasion that took place, tukaambiwa ya kwamba hakuna kitu imebadilishwa. Na kwa hivyo sisi tukakubali. Tukasema okay, kama hakuna kitu imebadilishwa, na more so if it came from one of the principals, ambaye ni Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, and there was a PS Kibicho, and they said the document is unchanged, everything is okay, we have only worked on areas to do with constitution, legislation, administrative or policy matters. And so for us, those were not really very big deals. Our issue was the 9 thematic areas, where one of them we said no addition of counties, no reduction of counties, no addition of wards or reduction. And all these recommendations, we did it with the view in mind that we do not want kuongeza muziko. Because right across the country, people did not raise that issue to say, give us more constituencies. If anything, they said, tafadhali musikuse two things, mambo ya devolution na mambo ya constituencies and wards. Those were very, very, very specific. And I think if there was anything that people understood, one of them is the question of ethos, maadili ya nchi yetu ya Kenya. The others, watu walidiscuss, wakadebate, wakafanya nini, and at the end, wakati tumeambiwa kwamba hakuna kitu imebadilishwa, ni kusema vitu ilitengenezwa tu so that they are readable, they are structured, na kila kitu iko mahali pake. Sisi wengine ambaye we come from the culture of trusting the word of a senior person. We come from that culture. Some of us, because mambo ya ethos, tukakubali. Tukasema kama wamesema sawa sawa. So in that regard, sisi tukakubali, tukasema tuweke kidole. Wengine ambao walikuwa, a few of us, maybe one or two, ambao walikuwa wame choma vidole vyao in other past activities ambao walikuwa involved, not ours, not BBI, but others. They were very concerned and say, how can I sign something that I have not read? And they were very passionate about it. Lakini eventually, through persuasion, wao pia wakakubali. Ndiposa hiyo report, hakuna mtu ali abstain from signing. We all signed. And because we trusted, we feel that sisi tumekuwa betrayed. There is a measure of betrayal in that when the issue of constituencies came up, we said, if we had known, we would have discussed it. Or if we had known, we would not have signed.